his open jaw doesn't seem to worry him.
No, it doesn't. Sorry, it doesn't.
Okay, you're online. So, Speak of the Devil's got one of the best names ever, and I'm hoping that he's going to live up to that name. He's very big, he's 16'3". He is a proper staying chaser, in that he'll just keep on galloping. And actually, I was very impressed in his point-to-point because he should really not have gone on good ground and should have found it difficult going faster towards the end because they took the last few fences out. But actually, he did quicken up, so he's not just a plod. You'll have seen him on the video that he's a great big type, big strong type. He is 5, and my plan is to keep him going, run him in a couple of hurdles this spring as a 6-year-old, and then go novice chasing next year as a 6-year-old. And hopes and dreams, I just think that he's a national type. Whether it's going to be a Borders national, a Grand national, a Welsh national, I don't know. But to me, he just has that look about him.
Thank you.
He's very, very big.
This is big.
I believe that's your coffee. I know. Everything's grown. Oh, he's big.
Who's that? Patrick?
I think I've noticed that.
You obviously weren't impressed with the photos of my remarks to George. I said, no, I wasn't, Fiona. So I thought he had a nice face. Doesn't look like it's got myself. Lovely head.
Lovely head.
He's quite strong, but I think he's maybe just fresh. It's all new for him today, isn't it?
Oh yeah. He's done very well.
He has, I know, that's the first time he's gone up to roll and things like that. It's quite a big deal for young horses.
He's still got a bit of clean up.
I suppose coming over from Ireland and not even travelling, it's great.
He was in that colour in the photo. There he is.
Sorry?
One of the few gingers that we have. Yes. And his star crisscross was yeah,
Nice, it is. Nice to cut. Yes, it's not as bad as that. Bony at the back there. A wee bit, but not as bad as. He is a poser. I am, yes. And he was good to ride, and we were riding up the Gallops, yes, he moved well, and yep.
A little bit strong, but not nasty or anything. It's a lot easier if we go forward than anyways.
Yes, exactly.
Teach them the saddle, keep them going forward something.
Yes, no, a nice horse, nice big, nice depth to him too, hasn't he?
Will you give him on a report?
So just shy of 3 miles the journey for the handicap steeplechase, and it is Road Warrior who steps away in front of Gatacre Street as they start the run into the bay. About to turn in, less than half a mile to gallop, 4 fences left to jump, and this is the open ditch in the straight, and it is Road Warrior still clinging on to this advantage from Cavalry Scout and the red white jacket of Speak of the Devil. Gatacre Street asking for answers, and West End Theatre, they are following. They're on the run down towards the last quarter of a mile, but still 3 plain fences to jump. Road Warrior, Speak of the Devil, they are 1 and 2. Speak of the Devil now trying to launch a big attack here to Road Warrior as they make the run down towards the final 2 fences. It's Road Warrior, Speak of the Devil. Gatacre Street is staying on. Cavalry Scout seems to have done his running. Road Warrior blunders badly and waves goodbye to the jockey Kane Yeoman. So Road Warrior, very unfortunate. Now Speak of the Devil in front, but Gatacre Street is the challenger. Here is the final fence. Speak of the Devil, Gatacre Street, and Gatacre Street has jumped to the front from Speak of the Devil, and the front two have kicked right away from the third West End Theatre, and they're on the flat, and it is Gatacre Street, Jonathan England driving out Gatacre Street, who stays on to beat Speak of the Devil.
Making the presentation, our very own Mike Errol here at Newcastle Racecourse. He's going to present the prize to William Perry on behalf of Mr. Heron, the winning owner, Starplex. So winning favourite in our first race, Starplex 5-2. The appreciation. Down to the next with Campart King, Speak of the Devil, and Diamond Breed, going like 4 or 5 clear of King's Eclipse, who took that in 4th place. Slow jump there from Diamond Breed for the first time. So Campart King moving the field end down towards the last fence, down the back straight here, met with a good lead. Speak of the Devil, not quite as fluent in second. Diamond Breed seems to have shot his bomb, is past the 3rd place now by King's Eclipse as they turn into the home straight now. They've got 4 furlongs left to run and they straighten up. They'll see the last open ditch of the race, and Campart King is travelling strongly in the lead here. Leads by about 3 lengths then as they come up towards the open ditch, which is 4 out. Campart King and Ryan Malia coming towards it now, and a good lead there as well. Speak of the Devil is after him though. He's under a bit of pressure, but he's trying hard to rein it back. He jumped that about 5 lengths behind. They're coming down now to the third last here now. Campart King up and jumped it nicely enough. Stride now by about 8 to 10 lengths. One more fence to jump here for Campart King. Coming towards it now, and he is over it in good start. His jumping has really stood the test today, Campart King, and he's strolling home to here to win very nicely indeed in the hands of Ryan Malia. Wins for the 3rd time over fences. Sandy Thompson trained Campart King wins from Speak of the Devil, who got let down by jumping today. Back in 3rd, King's Eclipse, and then a tie, Diamond Breed.
No, even decent horse on a decent day. He's run ever so well.
Yeah.
Really.
Even when he was in deep, even when he was good, but he was in deep. He was just losing a length or 2 every time.
I feel with these big horses that sometimes, because they're like a big rugby player, he can bash his way through.
That's literally, yeah.
And he's trying to learn.
He's learning as he goes. Seemed like up the straight the last couple he was better.
And look, he's going to win a nice race.
At the end of the day, he's only had 5 runs.
Yeah.
3 runs over hurdles and 2 over fences. So you know he is a big baby, but
only he's a big horse. We're asking a big thing of him.
Exactly.
But he won his novice chase this year. He's fine.
yeah, no.
He's been second time.
And he's well able to jump. He needs to learn. That's all.
Yeah, there was the Kerry Lads, which is very similar, just to make Kerry Lads shape.
Yeah.
I'm going to be very proud of him.
Yeah. No, he'll have plenty of races anyway, so staying trips.
No, you will indeed.
All right.
Well done.
Cheers, guys. Thanks.
fence from Teddy T, he was better there. Sam's down, the veteran, going okay. He's followed there by another Emotion to the inside, then Speak of the Devil. Diamond Brig tending to run just a little bit in snatches to the wide outside as they take the next fence. Apollo Creed still going at the back of the field. They now have one circuit. Speak of the Devil is still travelling with hope, and then a gap back to Sam Stown, who's dropped a few lengths off in 5th place. Another Emotion can't raise his game, or Teddy T walked through the last fence on the far side there. We're in second place. Dollar's still in there, trying to stretch away, but off in pursuit now, both Speak of the Devil and Diamond Brig to the outside. They've both gone past, by about 6 lengths over Speak of the Devil, and then another 2.5 between the Diamond Brig back in 3rd. Dollar's Delight, 4 out, in glorious isolation, lands 6 clear of Speak of the Devil, 5 lengths then back to Diamond Brig, who's got tied again. Final pitch, Dollar's Delight up and over safely. Speak of the Devil is the only conceivable threat. Diamond Brig's got very weary. Here's the second last now, and Dollar's Delight is over it safely. Speak of the Devil is trying to muster a challenge. At the end of 3 miles, 3 furlongs, the 20th and final fence now arrives. Dollar's Delight at the last, over safely. Speak of the Devil jumped the last well, still 5 to 6 lengths away though in 2nd place. And I think everything else is pulled up. There's been 2 vehicles here. Dollar's Delight, all out, a winner for Sandy Thompson, just like last year, and Ryan Mannion steered this one home. In 2nd place was Speak of the Devil, and just these 2 finished in behind them. The Diamond Brig pulled up, so too did Sam Stown.
He wants to go back round again.
You know what to do, he'll get that.
Or not, because it is proper good ground here. We haven't had a drop of rain all day. It's not changed. They're expecting the rain, but it hasn't come yet, and the sun's been out with a bit of wind, so you know it is proper good ground here. Speak of the Devil is one as well. Income with the betting comes back up on the right hand side. You can just see there, Speak of the Devil is now 11 to 2. He's had 5 chase starts all last season, and although he hasn't yet managed to win one, he has been running some very good efforts in defeat. He has the experience over some of these, but the one slight concern would be with him that the times where he's got closest to the winner's circle has been in mainly heavy ground over 3 miles or further. So again, the ground is a question mark. It might be a bit quick for him round here today. Mamu for Sammy England. He's had a decent
So the runners coming forward to jump off. There are away and racing for the Hexham Racecourse Holiday Home Park Novices Handicap Chase. 2 circuits of the track ahead of them. Glamorous Nelly spearheads the field going towards fence number 1 over Speak of the Devil. Farlam King jumping up well at the opening obstacle, and they're all across it safely enough. Racing on now towards the second fence, which is the first of the open ditches. The Cattle Jobber is along the inside, also leaping in this leading line. So it is the Cattle Jobber, Farlam King, and out a bit wider, Glamorous Nelly in the dark green. Back in 4th now, Speak of the Devil, ahead of Costly Dream and Peter's Portrait in the purple and pink diamonds. And they're being followed through by Little Millie and Aptly Put as they come to cross another, and all landing safely enough. The last couple to take it were Mamu and finally Hot Gossip as they now swing left-handed out towards the far side for the first time. Also in the second half of the field, the black and white colours of Commanding Spirit is over towards the inside, Phantom Isle as well, and also Flaming Glory, who's in blue and white colours, galloping out towards the fourth fence, and the lead is held by the Cattle Jobber under Henry Brook and jumps well. To Farlam King, who landed in second. Not an overly convincing jump from Little Millie, who at this stage is well back in the field, 2/3 down at least. Outside Peter's Portrait, Brian Hughes bringing that one noticeably wider of the leading pair. They're being followed through by Speak of the Devil, who's in red and white colours along the inside of Glamorous Nelly. A couple of lengths back off those is Commanding Spirit. Top of that fence, but they've all taken it safely. Light blue colours, red sleeves along the inside is Costly Dream, who's rounding out the leading group of 7 or 8, and then a further length and a half back to a few of the others who are now catching up a little more, aptly put, improving to the outside with Little Millie, Flaming Glory over towards the inside, and then Phantom Isle, and then a 3-length break back to Mamu, and last of all is Hot Gossip as they race in and out of the dip, and on now towards fence number 7, which is the second of the open ditches. The Cattle Jobber had the lead. They've all taken it safely, and now on towards the 8th, which is plain. The Cattle Jobber from Farlam King in second, Speak of the Devil back in third, and then Peter's Portrait is now up into 4th place around the outside. With racing next Glamorous Nelly. A length and a half further off those is Costly Dream, who's over towards the inner, as they take the inner loop once again, back on into the home straight. 5 fences along this part. Towards the back end of the field, Little Millie has come off the bridle. And there with the big white face, the purple and pink coloured jacket, right towards the rear end of the main body, as they now come towards another plain fence, the Cattle Jobber, over in a fashion to Farlam King on the outside. Back in third is Speak of the Devil, and then follows Glamorous Nelly, who's close up with Peter's Portrait towards the outside, travelling well under Brian Hughes, who seeks his 3rd winner of the afternoon. Approaching the water, they only jumped this the once, and they're now at the halfway stage. They've all completed the first circuit, all still standing then, and it is the Cattle Jobber who's made most of the running to this point, together with Farlam King. Back in third is Speak of the Devil, as they now come to cross a plain fence. Peter's Portrait on the outside, a heavy fall for Little Millie. Little Millie is out of the race at the back end of the field there, as they race on away from that obstacle and quickly towards an open ditch. The Cattle Jobber came over in front, and at the back end of the field, Hot Gossip left a trailing leg. I'm pleased to report that Little Millie appears to be absolutely fine at following that tumble. Racing on towards another plain fence, we'll hopefully get a progress report on Dillonhurst in just a moment or so's time. Racing on towards the next fence, going away from us, and it is the Cattle Jobber Farlam King from Speak of the Devil, who landed in third, and then follows Commanding Spirit with Peter's Portrait up towards the outside, as they now swing left-handed out towards the back for the final time. Costly Dream is following with Flaming Glory, and then Grumpy Boots in a red-coloured jacket, who's now being pushed along towards the outer. As they race into the back straight, Dillonhurst is up on his feet and seemingly all right. Heading now towards the 14th fence, the 14th of 19, and it was the Cattle Jobber who took them over it in front, all landing safely once again. Glamorous Nelly has dropped right away now, that one's struggling badly at the rear of the field. The Cattle Jobber in the hands of Henry Brook, who always rides so well from the front, with on the outside Farlam King, and they're being followed through by Commanding Spirit, with on the outside Peter's Portrait. Flaming Glory's travelling well in a blue and white coloured jacket. Speak of the Devil is over towards the inside. Further back then to Costly Dream are pushed along Grumpy Boots, and then follows Phantom Isle, who's been quietly ridden but coming forward now, aptly over to the inside still, with loads more in front than behind. Hot Gossip though is one of those behind, and the other one, as they race right across from us, is Glamorous Nelly. So making the run down the back straight, on the descent now towards the final half mile, the cattle jobber now falling back quickly, and it is Speak of the Devil along the inside of Farlam King. They are the first two. They're followed by Commanding Spirit, who's now ridden along third. In fourth is Peter's Portrait, who also gets a shake of the reins. Then Flaming Glory, who continues to travel quite nicely, is going to be driven into the next fence and came up well, Flaming Glory. In behind those is Costly Dream, then Phantom Isle. Mamu is now on the move, moves on ahead of Aptly Put as they arrive at the second last fence. They are under half a mile from home. A mistake in fourth from Flaming Glory, who was rather down on his nose. It is Speak of the Devil under Stephen Mulqueen, who shows in front here, the top weight. Speak of the Devil moving away by a couple of lengths over Farlam King. Now Flaming Glory is asked to go and close on this leader, with on the outside Commanding Spirit, further back to Costly Dream, who's picking up, and then Peter's Portrait, who needs more at this stage. A little break then back off those two, Phantom Isle, then Mamu, as they head on up the hill back towards the home straight, and the final fence standing in their way. Speak of the Devil has got 2 lengths in hand over Flaming Glory. Speak of the Devil is over the final fence to Flaming Glory in second. Back in third is Costly Dream, and then in fourth Commanding Spirit. Under a furlong on the flat to go, it is Speak of the Devil who shows in front, driven for all he's worth here, to in second position Flaming Glory. Costly Dream is running on, and further back to Commanding Spirit as they head into the final 50 yards. It is Speak of the Devil out in front and defies a big weight to win. Second place is Costly Dream, Flaming Glory in third, and rounding up.
On the 6th time of asking over fences, Speak of the Devil has returned at 5-1 and is the winner of this our novices handicap steeplechase for Stephen Mulqueen and Lucinda Russell off top weight. Pretty impressive performance, returning at 5-1. Your second home was Costly Dream, who's run really well to return at 13-2, and Flaming Glory came there with a very decent effort, has returned in third place at 20-1. But as you can see here, Stephen Mulqueen drove out Speak of the Devil. They probably went a little bit too hard early on, and he's run away with it at the end. It's a pretty impressive performance.
So where will you go next, Stu?
I think she's talking about back of Hexham, right? I don't know. I can tell you, because we're so far in this modern world that we have things come through to us. Where are we now? Update of races.
Very up to date phone.
I know, great.
While the chief puts sunshine on me, I'll thank him for his work in your birth and my birth. Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day at Hexham. Here is Speak of the Devil. Wish you were here.
The opener. It's also had a couple of runs for the team. has been third and then second on the last couple of runs. It's to win here for Tom Scudamore. Nicky Richardson's that glittering look, but the one they're backing is Speak of the Devil, now into 4-1 for Lucinda Russell. We'll see how events unfold in just a few minutes' time. Next up is the 6:55.
Will it be thwarted? I thought Speak of the Devil looked very, very well in his coat for the Lucinda Russell yard, and has had a break since he last ran. He's been getting stuck in the mud a little on his last few starts, and he's got good ground form and winning form here at Hexham. I thought he would take an awful lot of beating for the Scottish Grand National winning trainer, Lucinda Russell, who finished the campaign in very, very good form. Glittering Love, a little bit frustrating so far this season, and I thought they may have reached for a little bit of headgear for this one, because he just...
We'll wait any development here. They have jumped meanwhile over at Churchill for the distaff there, the 6 was
Fourth race, because of the low sun.
and there's Lucinda, and of course has got one of the fancied runners in this, in Speak of the Devil, former course and distance winner. But Andrew, bit of news?
Little bit of news, they're going to miss out all the fences in the home straight, Martin. They're going to be doled off, so I'd imagine completely different. It is the time of night where the sun, well, there is barely a cloud in the sky now here at Hexham, and it is very, very bright, so you can see them slotting the arrows in, and you can see where the shadows are coming back from the fences, and sometimes it gives the horses a false sense of security of where they might take up. But there you can see also in the foreground that the last fence will be omitted as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So yes, 6 fences altogether, 5 fences up the home straight, and then the last fence as well. So very little jumping to take place in this 3-mile chase here at Hexham, and hopefully now we'll be taking a final turn, and it will be the best part of half a mile before the first fences jump. But as you can see, they are taking a long walk back here.
It's to say, Speak of the Devil, and Andrew touched on, has now gone favourite for Lucinda Russell. That was the horse that seems to have had the most sustained support in the build-up to the race, in support for Dolly Dancer continuously. But Speak of the Devil, it wasn't disgraced last time out with the cheek pieces on. He's into favouritism now. Now this has got to go very close to Doncaster. We're at 3 minutes past 7. Doncaster due off in around 7 minutes. So just to say that is favourite for that. But Ian Bartlett standing by with the 6:55.
Lockdogue Farmer at Thames, Just for James at 14-1, 16 to Corrimore, and Murrow at 28-1. Flag is up, they're going to jump 10 now. All the fences in the back straight twice. Making their way towards the tape. Under the starting point. And they're off. They race away then. They've got a half a mile on the flat before they'll get to the first then of the 10 obstacles. And early on, Elan de Barm, who wears blinkers for the first time, the green, red and beige colours, has about a length advantage to quite a few keen-going rivals behind him in second. Red and white, or white and red colours, is Speak of the Devil, just getting second position now from Polydora in hoops of black and red. Maybe just preceded by Murrow in red and yellow. Yes, he's up into third, almost challenging for second place. Glittering Love's another one in a combo of red and yellow, is close as well. About 2 lengths behind these comes Dolly Dancer. She races in company with Lockdogue Farmer, who's in the dark blue and pink colours. And then Just for James, green jacket, a yellow cap. And to Corrimore, maroon colours with a grey cap is the back marker as they turn left-handed, begin their run off towards the far side of the course then. Be about 10 lengths between first and last here, first being Elan de Barm as he comes then to the first of 10 fences. Leading by about a length and a half to Speak of the Devil, who's over it in second position. And then widest on the course is Muror, the yellow hoops on red sleeves. Glittering Love is off to the right, close up to the leaders as they take number 2. With those was Polydora, and also Speak of the Devil precedes Polydora as they run on down the far side of the course, moving on towards number 3. Little gap then to the yellow with the dark sleeves of Dolly Dancer. Just for James in green and yellow is wide out on the course, and then Lockderg Farmer, they're jumping number 3 now. To Corrimore is the back marker, and on the downhill run on the far side, they've got themselves well strung out, 15 lengths or so first to last. Number 4 coming up will be the open ditch for the first of 2 occasions on the way round, and Elan de Balm, Tom Scudamore leading by around about 2 lengths. To Speak of the Devil in second, and then Glittering Love and Muramore together in third and fourth places as they come then to this open ditch with cheek pieces on. Polydora is behind those. Good jump from Elan de Balm, got over it well. Just for James in the green and yellows, jumping a little awkwardly in the early stages of this, so loses a bit of ground at every fence. Another plain one, number 5, and belting that was Polydora. Got over it okay though, and now they run up towards the home straight where they won't be jumping the fences because of the low sun, so it's a very long run now before they'll get to their next fence, which will be 5 from the finish, and they steady a little bit. Elan de Balm leading, it's only just over a length ahead. Speak of the Devil, Stephen Mulqueen, the white and red jacket, just about in second place over Brian Hughes on Glittering Love. Then Muror, hoops on the sleeves and cap as well. He's got red blinkers on. Shane Quinlan on board. To the left of him is Dolly Dancer, Ross Chapman in yellow with dark sleeves nearest to us. And then comes Polydora, Sinead Whittle in the hoops of black and red. Then just for James, Becky Smith, a green jacket, a yellow cap. To Corrimore is next. Maroon colours for Connor O'Farrell. And Lockderg Farmer, Ryan Mannion, in the dark blue and pink. The back marker, he's been chased along for a little while, Lockderg Farmer, last, but he's still 12-15 lengths only behind long-time leader Elan de Balm as they continue down the straight. They're still going to have well over quarter mile, maybe 3 furlongs before they'll get to their next fence. So Elan de Balm continues to have the advantage, established a 2-length lead in the very early strides, and the others that let him sit out in front. Glittering Love, Speak of the Devil together second and third, a half length away to Muror. Behind these is Dolly Dancer. She's a length and a half further back, going to be in 5th position at the moment. Polydora and Just for James the next 2. Behind those is to Corrimore, and Lockderg Farmer is just 6 or 7 lengths behind the others. He's been ridden along for a while now, and there is a little gap developing to him at the rear of the field. So 5 from the finish coming up here. Elan de Balm about to move into the back straight, leading to Speak of the Devil in second position as they take this. And they're all over it okay. Muror's widest on the course. Glittering Love goes the shortest way on the inside of Dolly Dancer as they come to 4 from the finish. Their Dolly Dancer getting through to just about take it up to Elan de Balm as they continue running on down the far side. So Dolly Dancer goes on by 2 lengths to Elan de Balm. In company with this is Speak of the Devil. Then Muror, little gap to Glittering Love, and then comes the hoop colours of Polydora as they jump 3 from the finish. And down there is Muror and hampered Polydora. Muror is down at that. He's up, and so is Rider OK. Lockderg Farmer's way behind the others. And moving down the hill towards the final ditch 2 from the finish. Speak of the Devil only a length and a half behind Dolly Dancer now. The pair are clear to Elan de Balm, and then comes Glittering Love. He's about to in fact take 3rd position. To Corrimore's behind this, and next is Polydora as they take the second last, the final one of the open ditches, and Dolly Dora has gone clear again. To Speak of the Devil in second place. They come to the final fence. Dolly Dancer, it's a very long run in now, up the hill and then down the home straight, and Dolly Dancer 7-8 lengths ahead, going clear of Speak of the Devil as they race up towards the home turn. Behind those another 10-length gap to Glittering Love and to Corrimore together in 3rd and 4th places, and then comes Polydora into the home straight. Then still the quarter mile to go, but Ross Chapman and Dolly Dancer are clear entering the home straight. They're pursued by Speak of the Devil and Stephen Mulqueen in second place. Glittering Love is in third. Takora Moore is behind that in fourth place. The others are headed then by Polydora, but they now have less than a furlong to go, or at least Dolly Dancer does. She's clear in the run towards the line. Second position is Speak of the Devil, and still 10 lengths behind, and not enough time to make it up. Dolly Dancer and Ross Chapman have won. Second place, Speak of the Devil. Third is just going to go to, probably going to go to Glittering Love. He's just going to hold on to Takora Moore in fourth place, and Just for James moves into fifth position late on.
Well, that's annoying. I videoed all of Stephen saying what a CUNT of a race it was, and that anyway, I took a photograph instead of actually videoing him. So he said that he was just flat out on the ground without the jumps, but made up the ground at the jumps, and he said he hasn't had a hard race, loved the ground. It's just a bit of a shame that they took all those fences out, but he's run a fantastic race and felt really good to him. So I don't know, I'll speak to George and see what's going on and see what other races we've got coming up, because if they keep the ground like it is just now, I wouldn't be averse to running him again, because he ran great. I mean, I still think it's an improved performance from before. But anyway, we'll see how he comes out of it. Okay, bye bye.
Right, we're off to Hexham. Up next there, the Richard Grummett handicap chase over 3 miles. It's open, look at that, 3 and 6 vying to be top dog, but joint favourites at the moment, Speak of the Devil and Absolutely Dylan. Let's get some thoughts from Andrew.
Yeah, wide open, the Richard Grummett handicap steeplechase. A belated birthday present. A quick word with Paul Henderson, who has Ballyegan Hero. Aidan Coleman on board. Long journey up from Dorset to Wiltshire this morning. Left at 4 o'clock. He'd be hoping it's worthwhile.
And they're off. For the Richard Grummett handicap steeplechase, they have in front of them 3 miles and 19 fences, and the previous winner of the race, Classical Milano, heads on to the opening obstacle with the lead and gets over safely, followed by Ballyegan Hero, who's over towards the inside. Absolutely Dylan coming to the first of the open ditches, fence number 2, in a dispute of 3rd place. They're up towards the outside. Speak of the Devil jumps up nicely to share 2nd spot. Back in 5th in the early part of the race is Blake Rigg, and then over to the inside is Hidden Cargo. 2 lengths back off these is Oscar Ceremony, who runs together with Shaughnessy, and 4 lengths back to Maison d'Or. So racing now over fence number 3, and they're all over. Ballyegan Hero made quite a bad mistake at it though there, towards the inside. Just seemed to plunge at the fence, didn't get too high, and lost a good 2 to 3 lengths in getting from A to B, as they now work their way left-handed and continuing their journey away from us out towards the far side. And it is the 2019 winner, Classical Milano, who's been racing in pointer points more recently than anything. Comes over the next fence only a head or so to the good. They've all taken that safely. Classical Milano followed by Speak of the Devil on the outside, with back in behind them Absolutely Dylan as they come to fence 5. Speak of the Devil just perhaps they're jumping on. Blake Rigg, the black and white striped sleeves, a little deeper out on the track, going a bit keenly as well, perhaps just wanting to go a bit faster than the rider is willing to allow, with similar comments applying to Hidden Cargo. Then along the inside a recovering Ballyegan Hero, without deeper Shaughnessy as they come to jump another. And at the back end of the field on taking that are Oscar Ceremony and finally Maison d'Or, who's just nudged away on the landing side. Maison d'Or having his chasing debut today, a horse who stays well over the smaller obstacles. So making the journey down towards the little dip over on the far side of the track and towards the completion of the opening mile of this Richard Grummett handicap steeplechase. And it is Classical Milano leading up here from in 2nd place, Speak of the Devil. Then in 3rd, Absolutely Dylan, the grey jacket along the inside of Hidden Cargo and Blake Rigg, as they cross that all over it safely. Back in behind runners Ballyegan Hero, recent winner at Stratford-on-Avon, as they come towards fence number 8. This is a plain one. Classical Milano that time lost a little bit of ground, and Speak of the Devil has now moved on more meaningfully and has opened up by a length and a half, coming into the inner loop of the home straight here at Hexham. And soon enough they will be at the halfway stage. Speak of the Devil with pushed up again to the inner Classical Milano to go on. Back in 3rd is Hidden Cargo, then Shaughnessy, as they... Not Shaughnessy, I beg your pardon. Absolutely Dylan, as they come over the first in the home straight. Shaughnessy at the moment is in around about 3rd last place, just being niggled along ever so slightly by Jamie Hamilton as they now come to the water. And it is Classical Milano 2 lengths ahead from Speak of the Devil in 2nd. Then Absolutely Dylan, who takes that in 3rd. They're all over the water absolutely fine. 4th on landing was Hidden Cargo. They've got a circuit left to travel now. Blake Rigg is a little wider out, and then comes Ballyegan Hero from Shaughnessy as they come to jump the next. Absolutely Dylan just tickling the top that time. Maison d'Or, the big white face, still right at the back end of the field. Oscar Ceremony patiently handled as they now come to the 12th. That was an open ditch. They've all taken it safely. Classical Milano showing in front narrowly from Absolutely Dylan along the inside, travelling well towards the outer Speak of the Devil, and then a length or so back to Blake Rigg in 4th. Hidden Cargo races next, then Shaughnessy from Maison d'Or, who's nudged towards the outside as they come over the next fence. Ballyegan Hero, who has certainly lost a few places, that one now only has Oscar Ceremony behind, but all in all they're tightly grouped as they now race out towards the final mile of their journey. And down the far side of the track they'll have 5 fences in a line, 6 in all left to get across, and there's still only around about 9 or 10 lengths covering the lot of them, as now Absolutely Dylan under Ryan Manier moves to the front from Speak of the Devil. The leader in a little bit close to that one. Back in third, Classical Milano, just being bustled up once again. Then in behind runners is Hidden Cargo as they come towards the 15th fence. And it was Speak of the Devil on the outside of Absolutely Dylan. They're a couple of lengths away from Classical Milano, who's now a little more forcefully driven with up towards the outer Blake Rig. And then Hidden Cargo, with back in behind runners Ballyegan Hero along the inside of Oscar Ceremony, Mason d'Or and Shaughnessy. Arriving at the next fence going down the back. Slightly awkward jump there from Absolutely Dylan towards the inside, and Speak of the Devil came away with a narrow advantage as they head right across from us. So it is Speak of the Devil on the outside of Absolutely Dylan. Just 2 lengths back in third is Blake Rig. Classical Milano is in fourth place, ridden along but continues to respond. A little break back off those to Oscar Ceremony, who now moves through into a fairly distant fifth place, but still a fair way to catch up as they now come towards the third fence from home. Speak of the Devil and Absolutely Dylan with a leading pair. 4 lengths away in third is Blake Rig, then Classical Milano. Now Oscar Ceremony starts to go through the gears, has 10 lengths to find on the leader, who at the second last fence was Speak of the Devil. Absolutely Dylan is in second place now, 2.5 lengths back. Another 8 or 9 away in third is Oscar Ceremony, then Blake Rig, who's now flat to the boards in fourth. Fifth is Classical Milano, and a little break back off him to Hidden Cargo and Ballyegan Hero. Speak of the Devil is in front, coming around the corner to in second place Absolutely Dylan. There's 2 lengths between them. Oscar Ceremony is getting closer back in third, but Speak of the Devil has now poached a 3 to 4 length advantage on crossing the last and jumped it well to Absolutely Dylan, who landed in second. Back in third is Oscar Ceremony, a furlong left to go on the flat. It is Speak of the Devil in the hands of Steve Mulqueen, punched right out here, has got 5 lengths in hand to Absolutely Dylan in second, with Oscar Ceremony back in third, but going close home. This is going to be a popular winner. Speak of the Devil comes home clear, beating into second position Absolutely Dylan. Through for third was Oscar Ceremony, and Classical Milano was fourth this time round.
Well, Speak of the Devil, he's a horse who likes good ground. He doesn't like the winter months. He's form-tailed off a little bit after his win here at Hexham, which was back in October. He just genuinely doesn't like soft ground. Came back to form last time out, finishing second to Dolly Dancing. He's backed that up with a convincing success and positively ridden by Stephen Mulqueen all the way around. Had him bang up with the pace. And you'll see here, he's given him a couple of taps just to keep him concentrating. Good shot to the last as well. Horse has come up and he springs off this good ground. Perfect ground here at Hexham this afternoon. We haven't had a non-runner. There's only 2 non-runners in the last all afternoon. And this horse, you can see, flicking his toe up the running. And he's gone and won it cosy in the end. And just a rock solid performance from the winner. Oscar Ceremony, he's stuck on gamely for third place, never really got into it and absolutely didn't. He's backed up his last run there at Cartmel when he got beaten 7 lengths with a similar sort of run here this afternoon for the Sue Smith yard, and he seems to be getting his act together. And another horse who just enjoys top of the ground, but Steve Mulqueen seen a good effect for the Lucinda Russell yard, and this 8-year-old loves it here at Hexham, and he's doubled his tally here now. And Steve Mulqueen in good form, and Lucinda Russell, she's had a pretty good season all in all, winning the Scottish National, having a Grade 1 winner at Aintree as well, and she's backed that up with a winner here at Hexham, Alex.
Well done, Stephen.
Oh, Stephen.
Nice one.
Lion Devil got his head back in front. He probably deserved that the last day. Race wasn't run to suit him, and I didn't think he had run a great race under the circumstances. So going there, I was pretty confident of a big run again. The race worked out well, sort of lined up, and just left him do what he does and gallop and jump. And there was 1 or 2 of them who were wanting to go a bit faster, but it worked out quite well. When they dropped back, Devil was left in front and he pricked his ears and filled himself up again, and then when they kept pestering me again, I was able to sit on him and just let him travel away. And going down the back the last time, Ryan Manier came up my inside and I just wanted to sit on Devil all the way down the back, and he winged the 2 fences in the bottom of the hill, and I knew nothing would probably get by him at that stage because I knew he'd keep galloping, but no, just great for the horse, to be honest. And look, jumping is probably far, far better on that ground. Just, you know, with a bit of decent ground, he travels and jumps a lot better off it. But look, delighted, yeah. We had a few owners there, so it's great. And yeah, hopefully we'll see more of you soon. But thanks very much.
Alan had to keep it.
The starter, and they're off and racing in the Skybet Extra Places every day handicap chase. A Go North Red Rum Series qualifier and a reasonable amount of pace onto the first of 18 fences. Bought before lunch, hard to forget, and also Rockets up there, the green colours with the blue spots, the red and yellow of Wigglesworth, the grey Tide Times. And to the outside of the field, that's Alan Doyle on Speak of the Devil, the white and red silks. as the field make their way towards the first of the 18 fences, 3 of them taken before the turn into the home straight for the first time. And Wigglesworth bought before lunch, jumping slightly right-handed Rocket with the first 3 over that. Speak of the Devil, the outside, Hard to Forget, and Charlie Todd and Tide Times on the grey, held up towards the back of the field. The back marker is just Hard to Forget as they get over an open ditch, and a mistake came from Speak of the Devil at that. He didn't meet it spot on, and he pecked on landing and dropped back to last position as they move on to number 3, which is Play, Richie McLernan and Bought Before Lunch. Running on the inside of Wigglesworth, with Rocket to the outside. Tide Times is next from Hard to Forget, and Speak of the Devil trying to make up some ground after losing a fair bit at the second obstacle. They now turn into the home straight for the first time. 4 plain fences. Bought Before Lunch, the best turned out winner, Rocket, and Bryony Frost. Rocket wearing cheek pieces today. Over the first one in the straight, with Colleen Leonard and Wigglesworth in behind, just chopping and changing positions, with Hard to Forget moving a bit closer again. James Davies, the 2 shades of blue. Tide Times and Speak of the Devil as they now run towards the second one in the home straight. Bought Before Lunch measures it well. One that didn't was Tide Times. He made a mistake at that and is now in a share of last position. And Charlie Todd's just trying to ease out to get a clear view of the fence coming up next, which will be 2 out in another circuit. And he has just about got that now. He's asking this one to move forward. Tide Times from the back of the field. They've all managed to get over that safely with Bought Before Lunch and Rocket. They match strides just about at the moment. Tide Times to the outside. The extreme left is Speak of the Devil as they now come to fence 7, and Bought Before Lunch was brilliant over that. Bought Before Lunch just leading. He's the outsider of the 6 today. And just in front of Rocket. These are the first 2. The pace looks gentle enough on good ground and a circuit in front of them in our second race today, and only 4 lengths at the very most covering the 6 who set out. And it is Bought Before Lunch to Rocket and Bryony Frost in second. Wigglesworth is on the inside of Hard to Forget. Tide Times out wider, and Speak of the Devil is last of all. Heading towards the next 4 fences on this part of the course, the third of which is an open ditch. Bought Before Lunch, Bryony looking for a stride on Rocket, sees one and sails over that obstacle as they now move on towards what's going to be number 9. Bought Before Lunch, Rocket, Wigglesworth in behind, Tide Times out wider, and then Hard to Forget, and still last of all is Speak of the Devil. So number 10, this is an open ditch they're about to take. Bought Before Lunch, the pink and maroon. Rocket jumped that well on the outside. Wider is Tide Times. Hard to Forget still following with Wigglesworth. Not a huge amount of change in the play. Last of all is Speak of the Devil as they run to number 11. And this is plain. Only 1 more ditch to take in this race. That'll be the 13th. The fence that Speak of the Devil made his mistake at on the previous circuit. Bought Before Lunch, Rocket, Tide Times on the outside. And Tide Times in third. Wigglesworth blundered at that one on the inside, just passed by Hard to Forget. Speak of the Devil is still last of all. So a circuit just about completed now in the Sky Bet Extra Places Everyday Handicap Chase. Bought Before Lunch and Rocket. Tide Times on the outside. Hard to Forget in the visor. And Wigglesworth, who wears blinkers on the inside, still being followed by Speak of the Devil. 7 fences left to jump here. Still running towards the first of them, with Bought Before Lunch and the top weight Rocket coming into this. Bought Before Lunch, Rocket. Rocket made a mistake there. Tide Times also might have been slightly impeded, but wasn't fluent as they move on to another ditch with Bought Before Lunch, Rocket. They're well bunched, these 6. Wigglesworth is back in the mix once again with Hard to Forget. Tide Times. They've gone around the open ditch from the previous circuit, so they've got 1 more to take before they turn into the home straight. And the back marker is still Speak of the Devil. So on towards the 5th last. Coming into this, Bought Before Lunch and Rocket. Wigglesworth in behind with Tide Times. And then Hard to Forget and Speak of the Devil as they're on the turn into the home straight. These 6 of them separated by only about 4 lengths still. Bought Before Lunch on the right. Rocket driven by Bryony Frost. Tide Times the extreme left. Wigglesworth, saddle must have slipped as unseated Colleen Leonard on the approach to 4 out. Jockey out of the saddle there, so Wigglesworth departs before the 4th last. Dramatic incident at the fourth glass there. Tide Times takes over to Bought Before Lunch. Rocket, the loose horses amongst them. Hard to Forget the outside, then Speak of the Devil. So this is 3 out. Tide Times gave a bump to the loose Wigglesworth. Hard to Forget. Tide Times making heavy weather of this. Hard to Forget coming to just about poke his nose in front. In third position is Bought Before Lunch. Speak of the Devil back in fourth, and then Rocket. So this is the second last. Tide Times not making it easy for Charlie Todd. Hard to Forget running straighter for James Davies, and now has gone into a 3 or 4 length lead, approaching the final fence. Hard to Forget for Henry Oliver. James Davies in the saddle. Hard to Forget over 5 clear of Tide Times. There'll be a battle on for the places, but the win is going to be sewn up here as Hard to Forget is 7 lengths in front. Staying on well is Speak of the Devil, but Hard to Forget is going to bounce back to form here for Henry Oliver, and James Davies wins ease down. Hard to Forget second, Speak of the Devil in third, Bought Before Lunch, and Tide Times in fourth.
Look, he jumped off with plenty zest, to be honest, and got into a lovely little rhythm. That the ground up there in the top corner is very, very soft, and he felt fine everywhere apart from that little corner. And once I got around there, I kind of just kept in because I'd had a walk around. I thought it was a little bit fresher, and he's in a lovely little rhythm. And I don't know what it is, whether it's the lack of judgment or interest, I don't know. Every now and then he just chucks in this howler, and like he never even attempted to take off. He just kind of accepts defeat, and because he's done that, then he's kind of on the back foot, and he's struggling when he's behind to sort of get going. He's not quick enough on good ground. They get away from him, and then he's wind, and he probably doesn't like this softer ground. It's a hard one, isn't it? Like he needed to run, and if he hadn't made that mistake, he'd have probably got all the way to the back with him, and he'd have been able to fill him up to come down the hill. But he just made that mistake at the wrong time. So I was happy in the first circuit, but after that mistake, he was struggling a bit.
I thought you'd lost a stirrup.
I thought I'd lost a lot more than a stirrup. Look, he's walking at the top of the hill, and I didn't see the point.
No, quite right.
To turn him over or something like that, you know what I mean? So I'll have a word with Ascendant School and see what we think, alright?
Okay.
Cheers.
Thanks, Stephen.
Guys.
Cheers.